Welcome to my first ever YouTube channel episode. My name is Paul Everts, and I'm representing my company, which is called Band Together. It's a leadership company. We go out and we do a bunch of training, coaching, speaking. I'm part of the John Maxwell team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new venture. I'm going to do some, what should I say, episodes of leadership for you to get better and me to get better. Because better people make better leaders. So please don't judge this first episode. Give it time, because I even feel weird doing this, so it's not going to come out like, wow, he's really good at this. No, I'm going to be cruddy at this because it's the first one I've ever done. Plus, it's kind of weird. I'm in my man cave. This is my man cave. I don't have some cool backdrop. I saw some hip couple yesterday. How do you do a podcast, video thing, whatever. And shoot, they're probably young enough to be my children. I'm 54. I'm a grandfather. I'm taking this on. I have no script. I just have a bunch of ideas I want to share. So let's go ahead and start with who the heck am I? And then we'll go from there. If you're seeing this, you probably already know who I am. But there's probably 5 or 10 that don't know who I am. So I'm going out for the 5 or 10. So let's go ahead and start. I'm doing this on the 3rd of June, 2020. And before I really start to say who I am, let me just say this first. We have had an amazing, I don't know if amazing is the right word, amazing experience happen these last 10 days or so. It's Wednesday. George Floyd was killed, I believe, I want to say 10 days ago. I also believe what happened to him was wrong. Make that perfectly clear. And I still believe police officers are needed. And instead of defunding them, let's give them more training. Let's give them grace and give them our support and love. That's what we all want. And I'm going to talk about that a lot in my episodes. I also believe in protest. I think that's an American thing. Really, that's what we are. It's how we got here. The looting and rioting doesn't jive with me. I don't know how hurting people make things better. I don't, especially after coming after COVID-19. So I don't want to go on any more about that, but I wanted to make sure I acknowledge it. I was going to do this yesterday, but I have a number of friends who requested us to have a blackout Tuesday. I met that request because of my friends. That's why I met that request. So I'm doing it today, Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. There's a lot to learn from a tragedy. This thing about never let a crisis go to waste. No. Wrong. It's about learning and failing forward. Never let a crisis go to waste. I don't understand that either. And we'll talk about that other time. But again, just so you know, that's a little bit of who I am. So God bless George Floyd, his family, our country. We will come out. Here's the thing, last thing about this whole thing, because I'm 4 minutes into my first ever YouTube, and I'm talking about something very difficult to talk about, especially being a 54-year-old white man. Every setback, there's going to be a comeback. We're going to have a comeback, okay? And unfortunately, the greater the setback, I believe, the greater the comeback. I have faith in our country. I do. I'm not going to lose it. I want to pass it on. All right? So if it's been 4 minutes and you probably turned it off because you didn't like what I said. Those who are still listening, let's go. My name is Paul Everts. I've been teaching high school music since July 3rd, 1989. Hard to imagine. I know, 30 years, I just finished my 30th year, and yes, it was the strangest year. COVID-19 messed us up. I don't ever want to experience it again. All right, we'll talk about that too in future episodes. So I started teaching 23 years old in Lodi, California at a school, Tokay High School. Was there for 5 years, took a band of 50 or so kids, and we got above 105. Best out of state, Portland Rose Festival Parade. We went from there, my family, we went to then Monterey, California, beautiful. York Episcopal School, 210 students at the time. Got that program up to 136 students were taking some kind of a music class with me. Great little school, right by Laguna Seca Racetrack. It was wonderful, loved it. Then Granite Bay. Granite Bay is 20 miles northeast of Sacramento, California. It was the second year school opened, had a great time. 31 years old at the time, a lot of energy. The school was beautiful, the principal fantastic, and we took a band of 39 kids, and in 3 years, my fourth year there, at the start of the fourth year, we had over 100 kids in the band. We'll talk about that experience too. Then I went to Galt, and Galt was the roughest 3 years I had until I went to Dublin. But Galt was tough, but I learned a lot. I did learn a lot, and we'll talk about that. Took a band from really worst to first, started a percussion ensemble. They got a first place or 2 or 3. Then we went to Dublin, 9 years at Dublin. Fantastic, probably the most productive years I probably could have. Anyone's going to say anything about that. But all the places I've had have had success. In that school, we had one music teacher, me. And then I think 3 or 4 years later, we actually hired a choir director, and the thing exploded. Started orchestra. Now the orchestra, from what I understand, has over 60 kids in it and playing string instruments. It's fantastic. Went to Disneyland, Carnegie Hall, Chicago Symphony Hall, and Bray, Ireland. Fantastic time, and there was a lot of heartache too. Then we moved to Oakmont, and Oakmont is where I'm at right now, and that's a high school that's in the same district as Granite Bay. And before I go on, I'm not representing Oakmont here. Any stories I tell, it's all about me, not about Oakmont. It's just so important that you know that. I'm not representing Oakmont. I'm representing Paul Everett's Band Together Leadership Seminars. I hope that makes sense, yeah? Okay, so I'm married to Diana. Diana is a great wife. We've been married since the 30th of March, 1991. She has been my color guard director. That's not how she started, though. She was a student at the University of the Pacific in Stockton, where I also went to school. Music therapy major, cum laude. She's just smarter than heck. And then she decided, you know what, I don't want to do it. I want to be a mom. So she's been a great mom. And out of her greatness came Paul Joseph. And PJ was born April 18th, 1994. So now he's 26. He's a lieutenant junior grade officer of the United States Navy. Very proud of that. Proud of him. Married. Ashley's a great daughter-in-law, and they have a beautiful son, Jason Paul, JP, super kid, and Lulu the dog. We have a daughter, Katie. Katie was born on May 24th, 1996, and she works for a physical therapist in Loomis, California, which is close to where we are currently living in Roseville, California. That's my family. That's my career in a nutshell. My beliefs, well, yes, I'm a Christian, and I will say this to you. It's part of my life. I'm not going to center these episodes about that. If I do, or when I do, I will let you know. Because I know many of my friends are turned off by my love for my Christian faith. But yet I want them to listen to this. I want this also to be shared with their students. See, this summer, because of COVID-19, Diana and I, my wife and I, we decided to do things free. I have 6 to 8 schools that I work with every summer. I've already told their band directors, and I will send this to them too, so they'll get reminded, that we're going to do our seminars for free this summer. And therefore, I want these videos to help with my business. And my business is a great business. We go out, we do leadership. I do everything what you want us to do. You want to do team building games? Great. If you don't want to, great. If you want to do a mission statement, building construction, great. If you don't want to, great. We are able to do anything you want. So go to conductingmylife.com. Under curriculum, you will see all the different classes we can have. And we'll customize them to you. Paul, I want a little bit of leading from the lockers. Paul, I want a little bit of this. I want a little bit of that. Fine. Whatever you want. However long you want it. So this year we're going to go and we're going to do things for free. So if you like this video, hire me. I will come out. I will wear the mask. I'll do whatever I need to do that is going to help us teach you some great material in a loving, compassionate way. So that's my commercial. Sorry, Joe Rogan even has a little thing at the beginning of his episodes, but I don't have any sponsors. It's just me. Now, I will say this to you. If you are compelled to throw me $1 or $2, I'll take it and invest in the company. If you want to help me produce these videos, fine. If you'd like to be my manager, fine. If you want to be my publicist, fine. I would love to expand my table. I'm reading a good book right now. Let me show you a book I'm reading. Now, this is John Maxwell. John Maxwell is one of my gurus. And so this book right here, Leader's Greatest Return, I would strongly recommend this. And he uses a thing about a table. Bring leaders to your table. So I'm inviting you to the table. If you want to help my business expand, I'm there for you. I want to have people work. I am not looking to be the next millionaire. I'm not going to be the next millionaire. If you want to make that happen, I ain't going to stop you. But that's not the goal. And as cliche as it is, it's just about getting people to be better. All the things I'm going to teach you, they're human laws. They are human laws. The golden rule, human law. It's in every religion we know. It's many philosophers did the golden rule. And we'll talk about that. We'll do a couple episodes on that too in the future. But you see what I'm saying? I want to make this thing happen. I had today a friend ask me, what's your answer to what's going on with the looting and the rioting, Paul? I mean, something's got to change. I have to change. And so do John Maxwell. So does Stephen Covey. Jocko Willink. I mean, my newest one, Simon Sinek. Woo! Love Simon Sinek. The Bible, there's plenty. I think the big thing, though, for us to take a look at, though, is that it's always going to start in our world. So, during the COVID-19, I've made a commitment to get myself better. As far as physically, mentally, spiritually, not so much financially. That's not one of my goals now. Being a school teacher, I have to tell you, I'm blessed. The checks are still coming in. Now, after this is all done, we'll see what happens. If there is a pension, furlough, there's going to be cuts made. And, that's when again, forgive me, my friends, forgive me. It's when God's going to take care of me. And I hope I've done a good job and that we're ready for that. All right. I got 7 minutes left and I got to go. So I showed you the John Maxwell book. I'm going to show you another book that I'm reading. This is David Brooks' book, The Second Mountain. Great book. I just got done with the moral ecology chapter. I'm telling you, man, you got this, especially now. One of the greatest legacies a person can leave is a moral ecology, a system of belief and behavior that lives on after they die. Moral ecologies subtly guide how you dress, how you talk, what you admire and disdain, and how you define your ultimate purpose. Good book. Great book. So, here is my leadership lesson for today. I'm going to show you, as I said, this is 54-year-old grandfather, okay? I'm not some hip 33-year-old YouTuber. I don't even know how many 54-year-old grandfathers are taking this on. So another thing too, because again, I'm touching it, so it makes me think about it. This is how I'm going to look. I hope it doesn't disturb you, and if it does, I'm going to forgive you for passing judgment. This is how I look most days when I teach. I know it's a shirt and tie. Some people go, "Are you the principal?" And I go, "No, I'm a teacher." And so I've worn a shirt and tie almost every day. Nonetheless, I got to tell you, 5-10 years, not every day, but I wear at least twice, 3 times a week, once a week for sure, just to remind the students this is a professional look to me. So I'm actually going to wear a shirt and tie when I do these, and I hope it doesn't trigger you. Okay, here we go. The leadership lesson today. Are you ready? So Stephen Covey, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, changed my life. Next to the Bible, that book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, get that book. He's got a circle of influence. I just started reading Simon Sinek's The Infinite Game. Oh, rich, man, rich. And he kind of inspired me to do a YouTube channel. He inspired me. Chaplain John Sayers from Visalia, a good friend of mine. He does he's got a YouTube channel. People are like, Paul, you should be a motivational speaker. And I thought, you know what? I haven't seen my students since March 13th. I didn't Zoom with them. I'm just not the Zoom type. But I'll do it. If you want me, I'll do it. But I haven't doing it. So when I don't have a PowerPoint, I don't even know how to do that yet. So here we go. You ready? Respect, responsibility, discipline. And in the center of the triangle, faith and or integrity. So Simon Sinek has a golden circle thing he's got. And in the center of his circle is the why. And that should be your just cause. Go start reading Simon Sinek. Oh my goodness gracious. So I have my triangle. Very simple, isn't it? Hey, that's me. I'm simple. I'm a high school band director. Anyway, so my triangle. Respect, responsibility, discipline. In the center, I did put faith and or integrity. Because as I said again, I want friends of all ilk, okay? I want friends of all ilk. And a lot of my friends ain't digging the faith Christian thing or whatever. But we all have to have integrity. So let's go over the words real fast, shall we? Let's start with respect. I got the definition. It's right here. Respect. Noun, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, and achievements. Due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. And it's also a verb. Admire someone or something deeply as a result of their abilities, qualities, and achievements. So that says a lot to me. And that how it works is it's always going to start respect with what? You. You need to respect you. And again, stupid cliche, I got it. You can't give what you don't have. So if you don't have respect for yourself, how do you show it for others? Okay, I've lost 12 pounds. I got another 55, 60 more to go, and I hope I can do that. So then I can show more respect for my body. I got to watch my words. I like to cuss like a drunken sailor, so I got to be careful with that. I have to start with me. I have to admire me. I have to admire me. For me. And then I can know how to admire you. Due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights. We've been talking about that for the last 2 weeks intensely. Or traditions of others. Respect. Okay, next word. Responsible, right? Responsible. Adjective. Having an obligation to do something or having control over or care for someone as part of one's job or role. Being the primary cause of something and so able to be blamed or credited for. Of a job position involving important duties, independent decision-making or control of others. Having to report to a superior or someone in authority and be answerable to them for one's actions. Capable of being trusted. I put that in capitals. And then the final is morally accountable for one's behavior. It's a rich word. Responsible. Able to respond. 100% responsibility is what I'm looking for. So we have that. Everything I do, including this video, I'm responsible for. Some people are going to like what I said at the beginning. Some people are going to hate it. But in the end, I'm responsible for what I said in the beginning. All right. Last word on the outside is discipline. It's a noun. The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience. The controlled behavior resulting from discipline, activity, or experience that provides mental or physical training, a system of rules and conduct. It's a verb. Train someone to obey rules or code of behavior using punishment to correct of disobedience. Train oneself to do something in a controlled, habitual way. Now, here's my deal. That's just an ugly definition of discipline. Discipline comes from the word disciple, to follow. We're followers, and I would love you to follow me. My time has run out. I said I'm going to do this from 20 to 22 minutes at the long. I will do the center triangle next Wednesday. So I hope that you like this. And if you didn't, please give me a chance, man. Give me a chance. It's just one episode. I acknowledge what's going on in the world today. I wish you'd be open to everyone's ideas. I look forward to your ideas as well. And let me just leave you with this. I do this with my podcast. Here it is. I want you to begin with the end in mind. Every choice you make is who you are. I want you to first seek to understand. Seek first to understand, then be understood. People are hurting a lot right now. And then people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I care about you very much. That's why I just set this whole up for you. Okay? And then the last thing, say it with me. If you do my podcast, and by the way, this is my podcast, it's good. I say this at the end now. I am doing the best I can. And that's what I did with this. I did the best I can. I want you to do the best you can. Say it with me one more time. I am doing the best I can. All right. Thanks for listening to this today. I hope it's going to help you very much. See you next Wednesday. Bye.